Hi, third graders. We are going to work on our ending today. Our ending paragraph, as you can see in my typed version, goes at the very end of our personal narrative. Again, it will have an indent, and it will include some sentences. The sentences are going to be wrapping up our story and leaving our reader feeling content, meaning understanding what the story was all about and maybe teaching our reader a lesson or telling them something you learned. So in my personal narrative, I'm going to be looking in this section down here for how to end my story. It's going to solve the problem or end our story with a lesson in some way. So far, I've written my beginning for getting lost. I've written my middle. My middle was a little longer because it has the most details. And now I'm going to write my ending. So let's get our paper set up. You should have a yellow piece of paper. We're going to write P3 because it's our third paragraph. And this is our end. Again, we're going to need to indent. So I'll draw my arrow since it's my draft. And I will put an X on every other line. This ending does not need to be super long. It should not be as long as the middle. But it should have at least 4 sentences, probably 5. That's what a paragraph normally has. So make your paper look like mine. Pause the video until yours does. Oh, don't forget your initials and your number in the top corner. All right, pause video. All right, if you are with me, that means that you are ready to write the ending of our story. So I'm going to first go back and see how I ended my middle. So my middle ended when I wrote, Adrian started to cry. How would we ever find our campsite? So I need to end it. I need to look at my planning page. So I will insert my planning page. I am going to check out only that ending because that's going to be what's helping me. Oops, got hidden back there. Let me insert that again. Crop. I'll pull it down here for now. So my ending, my first thing was trace steps. So this is when I realized that Adrian's crying. We're wondering, how are we going to ever find our way back? And I realized that I remembered when people get lost, they trace their steps. So I realized I'm the big sister. I need to be calm. So I might say, finally, comma, I took a deep breath. Took a deep breath and realized and knew I had to be responsible. Finally, I took a deep breath and knew I had to be responsible. I was the big sister. Did I talk about tracing my steps yet? Nope. I'm just kind of connecting my last paragraph to this paragraph. So I need to talk about tracing my steps. We agreed to retrace our steps. We looked for things. Oh, I just used the word we. Maybe I don't use the word we here. Maybe I instead say next. Let me do that. Next, AD and I looked for familiar things to help lead us back. Did I talk about tracing steps? Yes. Did I say saw water and followed it? Nope, not yet. I think it was actually Adrian's idea. So I could say, Adrian reminded me that the water, well, it's not just water, it was the shore because we were by the Michigan, that the shore was too our left most of the way. We decided we could follow the water back if it was on our right. Now remember, I could have just said we followed the water back, but this is a little bit more interesting to say Adrian reminded me the shore was on our left most of the way. We decided we could follow the water back if it was on our right. That's way more interesting than just saying we followed the water back. So add a little detail if you need to. Oh, the next one, saw the tent, we were found. So I need to say, after riding for a while, we spotted the tent. Well, what color was my tent? It was green. So I'll say we spotted the green. I gotta move this. We spotted the green tent. Hooray! We found our site, our campsite. We were happy that we were safe and we were proud of our problem solving. So that's my next step. So maybe I say like, Adie and I ran to give our parents a hug. I don't really remember if we did that, but it sounds good, doesn't it? And it seems like it could have happened. So Adie and I ran to give our parents a hug. We were glad we were safe and proud that we problem solved. All right, so that is my ending. I used my planning page to write my ending. If I needed more room, I could have gone to the back side and made my X's again. Your job is to use your paper to help with your ending. Don't forget that your ending should have something that you learned. So even if it's Disney, it could be something like, I'm so glad that I had this wonderful trip with my family, or if it was that you fell and had to have, surgery or something, you could say that was a scary day and I will always be very careful. Or if you got a kitten, you could say, I was so excited to have adopted a special friend that day. Some way that you're reflecting on your ending of your story. Good luck.